Don't get on his bad side.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Bad Cube GRUMP. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we just have Transport Reconnaissance GRUMP. He is part of the Justice Force. That's right, the Justice Force is back. And on this side of the box, we have GRUMP. He's happy. He's not grumpy. He's a happy boy. Happy boy, because he's part of the Justice Force. And on this side of the box, we just have GRUMP again. On the top of the box, the Bad Cube logo. On the bottom of the box, warning! Please don't eat anything in this box. That could be very bad for you. On the back of the box, you have some nice artwork here of GRUMP in his robot and his ult modes. You got tech specs right there. And you have a bio right there if you want to read it. And that's basically it for the packaging. Also included, you get not one, but 2 collector's cards. Yeah! Double the waste. So, we have a very Bad QB collector's card right here with that same piece of artwork of GRUMP, and on the back you have that same bio and the tech specs. Hooray for that. And you also get a very masterpiecey collector's card with GRUMP, and on the back you have the tech specs, you have the bio in the other language. And it's really funny because Takara doesn't even make masterpiece cards like this anymore, but the third-party companies still are. Hooray for cards. So, moving right along, here we have GRUMP, which is Bad Cube's take on a masterpiece Gears. And he is quite a cool little dude. I like him. I like him. He doesn't make me grumpy. He makes me happy. But here he is in his vehicle mode. He's red. He's blue. He's GRUMP. And you can see he has some nice silver paint here for the front grille. You do have some transparent plastic for the headlights with the silver painted behind that, which looks quite nice. Got the red bumper. You do have the rims picked out in silver. Got some dark gray right there on the hood. You have nice transparent windshields on the windows. He does have a sunroof. Yay! And going down the side here. A little step there. Some nice detailing. And the back of the vehicle here. You got some red and yellow for the tail lights. There's the underside. He does roll, as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. You can drift too. You can drift. You can drift him. Drift him all you want. He's driftable. That's all. Very driftable. And yeah, that's pretty much it for his vehicle mode. I mean, he rolls. He does rolly things. Hey, rolly. And for comparison, here he is with Masterpiece Bumblebee. So you can see how he scales there with the Bumblemeister. Here he is with Masterpiece Sideswipe. So you can see how he scales there. There he is with Masterpiece Ironhide. So you have that. And here he is with MP10, the Triple B, the Big Boss Bots. So you can see how he scales there. And there you go. He does include his weapon right here, which is done in a very nice metallic paint. Looks very cool. You can store this in the vehicle mode. You do have these 2 ports right there, which will plug onto these 2 posts right back here. And as usual, the cat hair not included. Get out of here! And you just take the gun, and that just plugs on right there, and you can store his weapon. So that's nice. He does have some other accessories, but that's more for robot mode, so we'll get to that when we get to robot mode. And speaking of robot mode, let's get to robot mode. Let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So just remove the gun, put that off to the side, and we will start back here and just untab these panels like that. And once you're done with that, you want to come here. You want to split this section right here. So just pull this back and untab that right there. And you also want to untab the wheel here. You can see a little tab that goes into a slot right there. When you want to do all this, this will just kind of pop out on its own. So just undo that, and then you just bring this whole assembly up like that. And do the same thing on the other side. Just kind of untab that. Just bring that back. Untab that. And just bring this whole assembly up right there. And if it hasn't done so already, you can just split that. And then you just bring these sections down, And then there's a double hinge in here, and you just extend that down like that. Just kind of bring that out and swing that to the back. And then this panel here, you just want to swing it around so the blue is now facing in. Bring this down, and if the camera will focus, got a tab right there, slot right there. Bring that down, boop, that locks in right there. So now you just take this section right here, and you bring this down. This section is die cast. Bring that down, then you take this whole bit and bring that up to make the foot. Take this section, and you just flip that in. Then you take the wheel, fold that in, and then just fold this whole assembly in like that. And there you have a leg. Now the second verse, much like the first, you just extend all that, swing that to the back, rotate that, bring that down, tab it in, flip out his toe, then flip up the foot, flip in the little step here, flip in the wheel, bring all this in, and there you got the legs all done. So now we will move on to the upper body. There we go. So now you want to just take this section right here and just bring that back like that. And you can see this little armature right here is in between these two rails. That's where that sits. So you just kind of bring that out like that. So you can take this whole assembly and bring it forward, and it just gives you some room to work. So now you just want to untab a couple things here. You have the wheels, which tab into the sides right there. And you also have this section that tabs in right in here. So you just undo all that. So you got the tab that goes right in there. That tab plugs right in there. So undo that, undo all that. And there you go. Hey, there's his face. So once you've done that, you can bring all this back. The wheels, you just bring down, and then these sections just shift in. They come all the way in and meet in the center like that. And you want to take these panels here with the arms, bring them out, and then the arms you actually want to bring over this panel and swing them around to the other side like that. And then you can bring this in, and this post will go into that port right there. Just plug that in. Same thing on the other side. Just swing that around, take the arm, swing that up and over as I bump the camera. Sorry, do you have motion sickness? Sorry about that. I'm sorry. Oh, there's somebody pushing their caps lock right now. I'm sorry. Anyway. So you just plug that side in. Like that. And then this assembly right here, you just rotate it. And you just bring that down, collapse that down into his back. And then you can bring all this up and bring this section up. There you got his backpack. And then you just take this section right here. You want to flip these tabs all the way in like that. Rotate the chest piece like so. And now you have these two tabs right in here that'll go into those two slots up there. Line all that up. There we go. You want to take his head and slide it back like that. And then we just want to open up these panels right here to flip out his fist. Like that. Close that back up. Open the panel. Flip out the fist. Close it back up. And I believe we're done. Are we done? Yes, we're done. We're done. And there you go. There you have Grump in his robot mode, and that definitely looks like a Gears, and he's very cool. I dig this little dude. I really do. I think he came out really, really nice. I really like this guy. So let's get in close here on that noggin, not his belly, his noggin. There's his noggin. You can see, very nice face sculpt, nice silver paint, nice blue on the eyes. You got some nice silver on the chestial region. Oh, very nice design. It's very clean, you know, trying to keep it a little more, you know, cartoon accurate. Not a whole lot of detail going on. And the legs. I got the back here. And everything compacts up very nicely. Very cool. I dig it. I dig it very much. Now, articulation-wise, the head is just on a swivel, so you can just do a full 360 with it, and that's pretty much it. The shoulders are on a hinge at the base, as well as a ball joint up in here. So you do have your outward movement here. You also do have some inward and outward movement here. You can get the arm going out about that far. Again, you can use that joint as well. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have an elbow joint with over 90 degrees of bend. Nothing at the wrist. The hands don't open and close. That's just one solid piece. You do have a waist swivel. If you want to give him an ab crunch, you have to undo that section of the backpack there, and you can give him an ab crunch. So, hey, that's a thing. That's a thing he can do. Legs can go forward that far. They can go back that far outward. He can do the full splits. He does have a thigh swivel. He does have under 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. And the feet are on a ball joint there, so you can move them up, you can move them down. You can use this hinge as well, the transformation joint, if you want to. Get some more downward movement, and you get some tiltage to either side. So there you go. And of course, he can hold his weapon. Slide right into his hand, holds it very securely. There you go. So he does include some other accessories here. He does include his little welding hand attachment, which is just done in a gray plastic. And how this works is you just fold up his hand. Let's fold his hand back in like that, and then this just tabs in right there. And there you go. Now he can fix things and weld things and cut down doors or whatever. Whoops, that came undone. Hey, you stay. You stay. There you go. So, you have that right there. That does stay in quite securely. Let me just get his hand back out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out of here. Do it now. And when you open up his chest here, you can see there is quite a bit of molded detail in his chest jaw region. There we go. You can get the light in there. You can see there's some nice molded detail in there. And you notice there's a little slot right there, and that is for this. You get a little cassette in here, a little tape. And I know this is referencing a G1 episode. I know this is referencing a G1 episode. I think this is the episode. I believe that this was the episode where they put the tape in Gears and it changed his personality, like it made him happy. I forget exactly what it was. I think that's what it was. I'm probably wrong, but yeah, you can take the little tape there and just plug it into the slot there in his chest and close that up. And you do also get a face swap gimmick, and how that works is you just lift up his face and you just spin it around like that, and now you have Happy Gears! He's happy now. He's happy. He's Gears. Go team. There you go. So now he's a happy boy. He's a happy Gears. He's a happy Grump. He's a happy Grump. But, you know, I prefer him serious. There you go. Anyway. So there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with Masterpiece Bumblebee. See, he's a little bit taller than the Bumblmeister. We have that. Here he is with Masterpiece Sideswipe. So you can see how he looks there. Here he is with Masterpiece Ironhide. So you can see how he scales there. And here he is with the Triple B, the Big Boss Bots, and P10. You can see how he scales there. And to compare him to some other bad cubers, here he is with their Brawn. So you can see how they look together. Here he is with their Huffer, which apparently they are going to be redoing Huffer, which I'm actually happy to hear. So they have that. And here he is with their Warpath. So you can see how they look together. Bam! So there you go. And yeah, there you have GRUMP. Very nice figure. I really dig this guy. Very cool. Nice transformation. All around, just a very cool figure. I dig him. I dig him very much. Very nicely done. So there you go. So if you would like a GRUMP or any of Bad Cube's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Bad Cube GRUMP, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Oh, where is that guy? Bumblebee! Bumblebee! What? What is it? Look, I have something very important I need to do, and I need your help. Oh, what is it? I'm having trouble reaching that console up there. Give me a boost. What? Boost me! Boost yourself. Hey, that's not very nice. Can someone give me a boost? Anybody? I need up. Someone give me up. Up.